up, YouTube? You're not tuned into DNT, where you get the best entertainment for the free. Now today, I am doing my Greek Life review episode 4 and 5. I had to combine them because I was just like really down and I couldn't do that last episode. And the last episode was kind of like boring. It wasn't really too much happening in that episode, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with episode 4. It starts off with Jazz running up on Joss. So basically, apparently Joss had been talking about Jazz's mom, like behind, like off the scenes, like before the season started. Like I guess she was making posts about her mom and shit. So Jazz basically said, you know, like this bitch walking around like she was talking about my mom. So now I'm on that, cause you know her and Ivori, them jeans, they don't be fucking playing. They crazy. And then Jazz be laughing when she mad, so that's how I know she crazy. Somebody laugh when they mad. For real. Then they go back to this little obstacle course challenge. Kenzie ends up going. Then Phil, he fine, even though he was slipping and shit. I said, okay, he handsome. Cologne ends up going, and then while Cologne going, Ivori doing her confessional. She talking about, oh, he really doing his shit. I'm like, Ivori, why is you misgendering this girl? Come on now. Then Danye ended up doing hers. Then Tarzan. And when Tarzan was going, Flying Night was on his ass in the confessional. She said, he's thick as fuck in them shorts, them tight ass shorts. She was like, you keep falling every time. Change your name from Tarzan, cause Tarzan where? I said, oh my gosh, this bitch is acting a nut. Flying Night is so funny. And then Freddie P ended up doing his. So then we move on to the next challenge. And it's basically like it's called Shackle Wars, but it's basically like tug of war. And they had like shackles on their feet. And this one, it was kind of like entertaining. I don't know. The challenges is just like a little boring to me because I watch not STV for the fights. I know this is like a challenge show, so I don't mind it because that's the point of the show, like to see who wins, but I really be here for the drama. So first it's Ivori's team versus Barbie's team. Barbie's team ends up losing. Then it's Chink's team versus Holly's team, and Holly's team ends up losing. Then it's Team Naj versus Team Crystal, and Crystal team end up losing. Or no, I don't think, no, it's not Team Crystal. I think Freddie P is the captain of that team. I don't know. I'd be struggling to remember who's the captain of what team, but yeah. After everybody get done with their tug of war or whatever, Ivori basically like, her confessional pop up is like, didn't I tell you to stop walking up on me, bitch? Don't walk up on me. I said, oh, she's about to fight. So then she ended up fighting Pressure. Big Pressure. She ends up fighting Pressure. And I ain't gonna lie, Ivori was getting them face shots. I said, oh, I knew her eye was gonna be fucked up before we even seen it lumping up, just because I seen them hits connecting. Ivori was hitting that girl right here. I said, oh, I would be scared to fight her. You need to go and do boxing, baby. And they arguing. And Pressure did her confessional. Pressure was like, so I came on Greek Life to not fight, but a fade was had. Y'all know how Pressure be. A fade was had. Period. Cause y'all know Big Pressure gonna get out there every time. And so's Big Ivori. Big back Ivori. Oh my goodness. So they still arguing. Ivori like, bitch, shut your eye up. That had me rolling. You told that girl to shut her eye up. No, but Pressure eye was swollen, y'all. Like, swollen as fuck. No, like, for real. Naj team ended up having the quickest time because they beat whoever team that is in like 5 seconds. After all that is said, Jazz tries to run up on Pressure because, you know, whenever Ivori fight, Jazz coming for you next. And y'all, Jazz is quick as fuck. That bitch will be in one frame in 1 second, and then she'll be right over here in like a point of a second. Like Jazz, she don't play. She quick. When Jazz trying to run up on Pressure, Nina tries to run up on pressure as well. And what's pissing me off about Nina is she always tries to get her fades in when somebody else is trying to get their fades in. Like, she keeps trying to run up on pressure when other people are running up on pressure. Like, girl, obviously Pressure not worried about you. She not trying to fight you. She got other fades. Pressure been fighting since she walked in the fucking house. Why do you keep trying to insert yourself into other people's shit? I know you got an issue with Pressure or whatever you said. You ain't really say too much. But whatever you said about your issue with Pressure, we get that, but it's just like, stop trying to jump in when other people trying to fight. Like, that shit is crazy. Just like, get your ones on with her. If you got a problem with her, tell her what's up, like everybody else been doing. But don't do it. Don't take the opportunity to do it when you see everybody else doing it. So they still arguing after Jazz tried to run up on Pressure, and basically it's like Jazz, Ivory, I don't know. Oh yeah, it was like Jazz, Ivory, and Fly Night, like all in a little group together or whatever, and they was talking about it, and and Fly Night was like, yeah, she been trying to look up on people. She been trying to look up. She's like, all that looking up, bitch, we got mind control over Debo. I said, Fly Night is stupid. Then they do the last challenge, it's like the ice bath challenge or whatever, and it was Pootie, Barbie, Nina, and Freddie P. And that was on their ice baths or whatever. And they had them sitting in that ice forever. Like, you could literally see Freddie P body shaking. Like, their bodies literally were shaking. I'm like, ooh, because they had them in there way too long. They could have got the ice baths together before they started asking the questions, so they could just sat in it while they was asking the questions. Their bodies were literally shaking. One of the questions when they did the ice bath challenge was, who brought All My Soul to Now That's TV? Now, Nina was like Bambi, because Bambi started saying it on the first season of South Central Baddies. I said, yeah, she might have been the first one to say it on Now That's TV, but we all know who really made that shit popular though. Big Cashmere. Like, we know Cash made that popular when she said, I don't give a fuck about your mama. On my soul. Yeah, we all know who made that shit poppin'. Don't do that. Like, people been saying On My Soul, but Cash really made it like popular for the Now That's TV shit. Let's keep it 1,000. That's all for episode 4. Now I'm getting to episode 5. Episode 5, they finally get to the place where they're about to like stay. And they introduce themselves in like, they all in a little classroom, and then they get to go into their rooms. It's like little bunk beds, like little bunkers. Some nigga in the beginning of the episode was talking about some, oh yeah, I'm being every bed in the head. I'm like, sit your ass down. I don't even know what show you from or who you is. I don't even remember his name. I just remember him saying that dumbass shit. Like, I just been saying like, she been saying this the whole season that nobody fucking with her team. She popping it. So Ivory and Jazz walking past, or no, Pressure walking past Ivory and Jazz in the hallway. And, you know, they get right on that. And they was trying to jump Pressure, but the security got right in the way. But yeah, they was trying to run up on Pressure again. Pressure was saying she got snuck, but it's like, girl, you walking right past the bitches that was just trying to do you in. Come on now, you need to be on all your 10s, boo. Shaba get into it with Billy again. I'm like, Shaba, you already got beat up by Billy. You really don't want to keep fighting this girl. Billy is way bigger than you. She can fight way better than you. It's just like, just know how to pick and choose your battles. Just let it go. Let it go like Elsa. And then Shaba, she been into it with all the trans girls. She get into it with Cologne, telling Cologne to get the fuck on. Cologne basically was just eating her up with the words, because Cologne was like, girl, you know I'm not finna fight you. Like, come on now. You know we can't fight, so I'm finna just eat you down with the words. She said, girl, you look a fucking mess eating them chips with them dirty ass shorts. I said, Cologne, I like you. I said, I like you. You know how to read down. Ivory keep telling Shaba in her confessionals to stop acting fool. Like, Ivory, you're telling Shaba to not act the fool. You're telling Shaba not to act the fool after you literally just acted your whole asshole fighting Pressure. You literally just acted your whole ass fighting Pressure, but now you're trying to tell Shaba that she's doing the most. Like, says the girl that threw piss on somebody. I'm not getting over the fact that she threw piss on Mel. I'm not skimming past that like it didn't happen, y'all. Pharaoh was being messy. Pharaoh was being really messy. And I told y'all in one of my other reviews that I don't feel like I'm gonna care for Pharaoh this season because I didn't care for him on Playboys. I did not care for Pharaoh on Playboys. And he in here being messy with the girls. Why are you in the girls' business? Like, why are you in the girls' drama? Like, that's weird. Why are you being messy? So Ivori was in the room, and Pharaoh was basically telling Ivori to get on that with Shaba because Shaba was doing a lot. So Pharaoh was telling her to get on that with her. And Fly Night was basically like, you don't tell no bitch to get no bitch, you in bitch drama, pretty much. Fly Night was like, you don't tell no bitch to get nobody, like, you're in female drama. And then Ivori, she take offense to that because she like, who you talking about? Like, if I want to get somebody, I'm gonna get somebody. And then so, you know, they both hotheads. They cool. They friends, but you know, they both hotheads. They both got strong personalities, so they bound to clash because none of them want to feel inferior to nobody. Neither one of them. So Ivori basically like, you know, you yelled in my face on season 4 and I'm done with you yelling in my face. So Ivori said, what's cracking? And y'all know Fly Night, what's up? So like Pressure said, a fade was had. That was actually a decent fight. I actually liked Fly Night and Ivori fight because they both know how to fight good. And they homegirls at the end of the day. They already made up. Like, they back cool. Like, it was just, I don't understand the friendly fade shit because if I have to get to the point to where I'm putting my hands on you, it's donezo. We're not going to be cool. But, you know, they grew up in a different environment than me, so I understood it. Like, it was just trying to prove a point that they're not going to get held by nobody. Pretty much, friend or not. So they had to get that out the way for respect. But that's how they operate. Round 2, when Fly Night ran up, she punched Diane to get the Ivori. I was out of here. Diane was so confused. She was like, bitch, what? Like, did you just hit me to get the... Yeah, Fly Night. And then she got the straight up fight Ivori. She didn't give a fuck if Diane started jumping her. She socked the fuck out of Diane. I said, oh my goodness, why did you hit her? I was still throwing shit, yelling. I want to know who the fuck screamed like that when Pressure ran up on Jazz. I want to know who the fuck was in the back screaming like that. Like, when Pressure ran up on Jazz, it was like, ah! And I want to know who's screaming. Why the fuck is y'all screaming like that? Y'all act like y'all ain't seen them fight a million times already in this show. Why are y'all screaming like that? Whoever that one boy is, he was singing, our God is awesome. I said, this is exactly the motherfucking song we need in this moment. Because these bitches need Jesus and God in their life. And he was singing that shit. He could sing too. Shaba still doing Shaba, the usual Shaba shit, and they in the room, and whoever that light-skinned boy is, I don't remember his name, but she was arguing with some light-skinned boy, and she was basically like, oh, you're a whole nigga, you're scared of Mac, I'll get Mac to beat your ass. He basically was like, well, Mac's scared to get the fade anyway, pretty much, but I'm like, I don't really believe that because Mac don't seem like he afraid to catch no fade ever. So, I don't know. He was just popping it up because he was mad. But, I don't know. Mac ain't end up, they didn't even end up getting into it. But I wonder if that boy and Mac go end up getting into it because I know Mac can fight. Mac can fight. Josh and Ivori get into it because, you know, they still beefing. I don't understand why her and Jazz is beefing with Josh so hard because, like, y'all know the show's not going to let y'all fight. Like, I want to know who busted Josh's nose up like that. That's what I want to know. Was it one of them like one of the biological females? No offense. I'm just saying. Was it one of the girls that did that to Josh's face? Because I literally want to know. Josh and Ivori and them are still fighting. They get to throwing crystal shit at each other. I'm like, okay, Josh, you don't have to throw Crystal shit though. You could have threw anything else. Like, why'd you throwing that girl shit? I would have been mad just like Crystal, because don't throw my shit. While they was arguing, Josh ended up saying that Ivori be prostituting. I said, oh, what? I ain't never heard that about Ivori. That's crazy. And Jazz ended up running up on Joss again. She ended up somehow being able to run up on Joss again. But then they switched to Fly Night outside after the fight and shit. She basically like, she was crying, like she basically like, you know, I didn't want to fight her, but it's just like everybody was doing too much. Like it was just too much. Like they just had to get that, they had to get that fight out. But Fly Night, you could tell she really do like fuck with Ivori as a friend, because she was crying and shit, like it affected her that they had to fight. Cologne doing Ivori hair, and I know Ivori doing Cologne hair, and they basically saying like they got each other back. So I think they gonna end up being friends. Now mind you, while Ivori's doing Cologne's hair, Pressure is in the room. Pressure, why do you keep coming around this girl knowing she wants to fight you? Yeah, Ivori, she was chilling. Like, she wasn't really trying to fight her. She was just worried about Cologne. But Pressure, why you in there? And then Pressure, she in the back like, take that ring off. Take that ring off. That round was not fair. That round was not fair. And then Ivori basically like, you know, shut up, bitch. Shut that eye up. Again. Basically told her, shut that eye up again. Then, after they arguing, alright, then they talking calmly to each other. And Ivori like, yeah, you know, I like your lace, but you just need to fix your edges. Like, why did y'all see her talking all calmly to each other like y'all wasn't just arguing? Like, they is so fucking funny. I swear, Ivori and Pressure is like hilarious. And them beefing is even more hilarious. Then Ivori talking about, yeah, you know, like, I'm gonna be done fighting. I don't need to fight every time to prove a point. And my girl, from Young and Reckless 2, which was filmed, you know, after Greeklife, I can't tell that you're in your soft girl era, boopy. You threw piss on somebody. Basically, Pharaoh and Joss is like, they keep keying, they trying to start a pot. So they basically like, oh, Crystal, you was in there doing Ivori's makeup, because you know Joss don't like Ivori, so she's like basically trying to say Crystal was fucking with the ops, because I think they're on the same team together. And Crystal was basically like, you know, y'all messy as fuck, because at the end of the day, Ivori is my friend. We was on Young and Reckless together. We was on a whole other show together. We're friends. So if I want to do her eyebrows, I'm gonna do her eyebrows. It's not like I'm helping her with a challenge. I'm doing her eyebrows. Basically, like, I felt like that was weird, but they were joking, and Crystal kind of took it a little more serious, like, not joking, but they was like kikiing. They was stirring the pot. So Crystal kind of took it like to real offense, like she was getting mad at Pharaoh because they was being messy. It was messy. So I understand why she was mad. And then she ended up getting mad, like frustrated, crying. She like, you know, he a nigga. I can't even do nothing to him. I can't fight him. And that's what's pissing me off about Pharaoh, because he keep inserting himself in female shit. So after, like, you know, everybody seeing that Crystal was crying and frustrated, Kenzie like, oh, Pharaoh, you need to stop inserting yourself in girl shit, bitch, because we can fight. Kenzie was like, bitch, Pharaoh, I've had enough of you being messy. Do you want to get down? Do you want that one? Pharaoh was basically like, he didn't want that. He didn't need that. So Kenzie was basically like, yeah, like, you see that bitch ain't fighting me, but he want to argue with girls. Which, to respect to Kenzie, because Pharaoh was being weird and messy. And I don't care for him. I don't care for him on these shows. He's not entertaining to me. But it was funny to see Pharaoh and Kenzie fighting, because, you know, Team Naj, so, oh, me and my team, we're locked in. Two Team Naj members fighting. I said, Naj, what happened to Team Naj? I thought y'all was super locked in. And then Ivori ended up getting mad at Pharaoh because he said that shit about Crystal doing her eyebrows, but Pharaoh was trying to be an Ivori face and be her friend. So you're kikiing with Joss about her, but then you're in her face. So you're really doing the thing that you're accusing Crystal of doing. But alright, y'all, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all like this video. Let me know if y'all want me to keep merging the two episodes together, or just keep doing like episode by episode.